When it comes to homework, it's always a difficult part for parents to handle the fuss around it, because children don't want to do it. And it's just like another activity, like how you got them to brush, though they never wanted to, but today they end up doing it themselves. So it's just very similar to that. In fact, I would look at homework as an opportunity for a parent to be able to teach responsibility to the child. So I have a model for how do you get children to do the homework without fuss. It's called 2 rupees 3 paisa. So 2 rupees 3 paisa is an interesting acronym so that you as a parent can remember every time you're handling a child. So it just means 2 R's and 3 P's. So what does the first R stand for? R stands for, the first one is role and responsibility. What is our role as a parent when we look at children doing homework? In our experience, most of the parents just want the homework to be complete, and they think it's their responsibility that the homework should be complete and their child should do it in the best way. Please understand, it's the child's homework and we are responsible for enabling them to do it rather than actually sitting down and doing it. A lot of times children do a lot of fuss and they end up, the parents end up doing parts of it, or they end up, just shouting, and then it becomes a nasty, situation. So instead of that, encourage them to understand that it is their role and responsibility to do their homework. Like how you work and you do things, they also have the homework to be done. To hit this hard, we have the second R, which is about regularity, routine. Now, everything in parenting is all about creating constructive habits which enable results to happen. When we're talking of regularity and routine, it's about whether they have a homework or not. We create a routine of a certain time every single day where they know that is homework time, and it's driven by a particular time, preferably 45 minutes, because that's the engagement or attention span of a child, and beyond that they need a break. So most parents think you should just sit down, finish it one shot and go, but the better would be to engage them for a 45-minute duration. Make it a habit that every single day you decide, you discuss, and you come up with a plan saying, okay, this is our homework time and we will do it every single day. Whether the homework is there or not, the child sits and does anything around, studying. When this is, more around the time-driven regularity, it becomes more of a, habit where the fuss kind of goes down and the child understands he has to sit through. Another very interesting thing that can be done is to actually put a timepiece or something in front of the child to let them know that for the time that this is going to be there, set the time and say till this time you're going to sit and do it. They kind of know that there is no choice and there is no point in fussing it around. So they try to take responsibility of saying, okay, this is my time, and it is a slow process. It will take a little time, but it definitely works. So those are the 2 R's. The 3 P's. The first one to really know is, we as parents, we really rush fast to get the work done, and we generally entice them with rewards. So we have to remember to use P, that is praise rather than reward. Why praise? Because praise is a motivation. The moment you look at the child and say, wow, you did the A very well, can you do the B as well? That's a praise. But the moment you come and give a chocolate, the child is not doing the homework for the homework, but because for the reward, and that becomes a habit. So first part of our P is to praise rather than rewarding instantly. The second P is power of choice and power of consequence. So if the child is able to sit for 45 minutes and sit down and finish the homework, or even be able to do a good bit of it, and you are satisfied and the child is also knows that he has done it, enable them to give, take on choice, saying, okay, so you've done this part of it, what do you want to do next, rather than again come back and forth saying your homework time is over, let's do this now. So take a back seat and allow the child to come forward and exercise his power of choice. Then the power of consequence. If the child has done it one day but another day is not doing it, the child should be able to understand that there is a consequence for it. So in a week, if 2 or 3 are not done, then the child will face a consequence of maybe skipping 1 hour of the TV time or skipping keeping their play area, or maybe their favorite toy is not there, or anything where they can appreciate that there is a consequence to my action. These enable a child to understand responsibility as an important factor in their life. The third and the most important P is to, as parents, have patience and understand that it takes a child to go through and set into routine, and not bring in the emotional aspect of saying my child is not doing and get into anxious mode. And sometimes in the anxious mode we forget the priority. The child is our priority and not the homework, because in the process of in the fuss management, we don't want to let the children go away. So that's the 2 R's and 3 P's, 2 rupees 3 paisa for you. So I hope all of you have a great time doing homework.